With all the information out there about the carnivore diet, it's still kind of confusing on what to eat and when to eat. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about all of my favorite carnivores and what they eat on a daily basis. Also dive in a little bit into some of the philosophies. And then after we learn a little bit about them and their eating style, then you can start to craft your own eating on the carnivore diet. Hey, this is Dave. I'm an Appalachian Trail Thru-Hiker wannabe and newbie carnivore. I've been following a fair number of these YouTubers for some time since I started the carnivore diet, and I've learned a great deal from them. But what I did learn most is they all have different styles of carnivore eating, and there's a lot to learn about it. I believe that each person is a little bit different. Part of it is our likes and dislikes when it comes to food, but also how our bodies respond to it. Some of the carnivores that you're going to hear about have just different nuances on what they can tolerate and how they choose to eat on a carnivore diet. For my discussion, I include Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Anthony Chaffy, Kelly Hogan, Laura Spath, Lily Kane, Michaela and Jordan Peterson, Kerry from Homestead How, Dante Ferrigno, Dr. Sha Oma, and myself. Let's start off with talking about Dr. Ken Berry. He coined the phrase beef, bacon, eggs, and butter. Also, he includes salt and water. That's what he considers to be the proper human diet. I'm going to read a little bit about, kind of go back and forth with my notes because there's pretty extensive. He eats 1, 2, or 3 meals a day and in a time-restricted window of 6 to 8 hours. That is what he advises people to eat as they get started with the carnivore diet. He also notes that some people will easily get to 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day, but he wants to keep it in that 6 to 8 hour window, and he doesn't include snacks. He only eats animal products, which is red meat, pork, chicken, turkey, ocean fish, eggs, liver, and or other organs. He does want people to eliminate dairy when they're just getting started, except for ghee, butter, and heavy cream. Dr. Berry includes salt in his diet and feels that that's very important for electrolytes and many other minerals, especially like Redmond sea salt. He includes liquids such as water, sparkling water, and coffee with heavy cream, unsweetened tea, and homemade bone broth. So that's about it for Dr. Berry. Very informative doctor and well worth watching. The next up is Dr. Anthony Chaffy, and I believe he's probably my favorite of all of the carnivores out there. His rules are no plants, no sugar, nothing artificial, no sauces, seasonings, and artificial drinks. He believes that he can eat every animal that moves or has a face, excluding shellfish or including shellfish, which doesn't have a face, but he still eats them. 70 to 80% of his calories come from fat. He does not have any supplements. He does not have, as I said, seasonings. He just has salt on his food. He believes that grass-fed is better than grain-fed, but he also had mentioned that grass-fed is like the gold medal, grain-fed is the silver medal of the meats, and then anything else is basically inferior to eating those types of beef. He does mention that 99% of the time he's eating beef. The fats that he'll eat are tallow from grass-fed beef, ghee, butter, which he melts into his steak. He does eat once or twice a day, and up to 2 pounds of ribeye, which is generally his meal. He does also occasionally have a second meal during the day, which he described that as after a workout, a big workout. He might go to the hospital cafeteria where he works, and you get 10 eggs and 6 long strips of bacon. Occasionally, he'll have lamb. He also occasionally has lamb, dark meat of chicken, and salmon. He does eat raw meat, such as beef jerky, biltong, pemmican, sushi, and dry-aged steaks, and raw eggs. Seldom does he eat liver. He feels that liver was a small part of the animal, so he eats it sparingly, and doesn't believe that he needs the nutrients as much as what he would gain in the liver. He's getting enough through the rest of his eating. He does avoid coffee, which is because of getting muscle soreness, so he'll avoid that. And that brings up a point that a lot of the carnivores talk about, is if it makes you feel bad or like upsets your stomach, or if you're eating something that bothers your digestion, then it's probably best not to eat that. And that also goes with a number of the YouTubers that feel that it's a health, how you feel should dictate somewhat how you eat. Dr. Chaffy does have dairy, but it's rare that he has this, and it's only when he eats meat. He doesn't feel that it's optimal. He tries to eat raw milk, yogurt, and only butter when it's melted onto his meat. He does feel that you don't need protein shakes because he feels that's a supplement and not necessary for your diet. The next up is Kelly Hogan. Kelly Hogan, her philosophy is making me feel good today. So when she eats, if she eats something that she feels is not good for her, then she doesn't eat that. She'll have 1 pound of meat twice a day. She has a mainstay of burger patties. She does eat steak, turkey, chicken, and beef, bacon and turkey bacon. She eats eggs, chicken wings, shrimp, pork belly. You see where I'm going? She has a wide variety of what she eats on her carnivore diet. I might have mentioned pork belly already, but she'll eat meat bars, which are turkey, chicken, or beef. That's kind of her snack if she does have a snack. She does not use sugar spices. She will use Frank's Red Hot and Tabasco and spicy mustard, as well as cayenne pepper. But she does say if it bothers you, then you shouldn't do it. Just don't do it. On a social event, she will bring her own food, and she'll bring enough of it to share with others so that she doesn't go hungry. She does eat carnivore snacks and carnivore crisps, and did mention, I believe, blue cheese dressing, but I might be incorrect. It might have been blue cheese as a treat. And she does mention that she drinks coffee. So that's everything from Kelly Hogan. Laura Spath, she produced a short, What I Eat in a Day, and that's where I'm getting this. It's probably more extensive with her as she continues to provide recipes and family meals, and then also talks a lot about what she'll eat in a restaurant. So that's very valuable information for us carnivores, especially new carnivores. So for breakfast, she starts her day with LMNT, which is an electrolyte powder that you put in water, and she does intermittent fasting. For lunch, she'll eat steak with butter and salt. She'll also add a pork chop with Parmesan cheese. She does eat until she's full, just like the others, but she seems to have a little more variety per meal that I've seen. She does for dessert after lunch, she'll have a slice of cheddar cheese. I believe it was cheddar. For dinner, she makes meatballs in the air fryer. The meatball is made out of ground beef, bacon, and cheese. Sounds delicious. So that's Laura Spath. And then Lily Kane. Lily, again, I was watching her What I Eat in a Day video. It was also Am I Eating Enough? So if you could find that video, that's a good one. As far as the carnivores go, Lily seems to be eating the most often, although I believe that Kelly Hogan eats more frequently as well. Lily eats first breakfast, which was 6 ounces of raw milk with salt. That's her breakfast. Her second breakfast is 10 ounces of raw milk in the morning. And then for lunch, she'll eat lamb kebabs, ground beef and butter, liver, and vitamin D. For dinner, in this video, she had salmon with oregano and garlic, ground beef, and cheese. For dessert, she had raw yogurt and made a carnivore brownie. Her brownies included carnivore crisps, grass-fed beef flour, organic stevia, cocoa powder, butter, eggs, and salt. She also mentioned during this video eating beef, eggs, sardines, up to 2,800 calories per day, and will occasionally eat protein powder. The next one I want to talk about is Dr. Sha Oma. I really am interested in watching his videos. He talks a lot about visceral fat and eliminating visceral fat from the body. He believes that that is the dangerous fat. That's what's inside and surrounding our gut, and it is not good for us. So what he does as far as on a daily basis, he does extended fasts upwards to 4 days, I believe, to help with autophagy and skin health. He eats meals in nature or a natural environment, so he'll try to eat his meals outside the best he can, or he eats them on wooden natural plates. So that's something different that I've heard that I haven't heard from others. He does eat steak. He'll eat bone marrow, which is grass-fed, grass-finished, salt, grass-fed beef, fermented liquids. Some of the fermented liquids would be, I believe, kavas is how it's pronounced. He also has creme fraiche, aged fermented cheese, fermented carrots, kimchi, Redmond's real salt, cod liver oil, and then kefir, which is raw, grass-fed, grass-finished, and fermented. That's Dr. Sha Oma. Now, these three, I'll call it groups of people, Michaela Peterson and Jordan Peterson, Carrie from Homestead How, and Dante Ferrigno at Ferrigno Freedom. They eat primarily a lion diet. I'm unsure if Carrie has gone back to a bigger variety, but the lion diet is beef, tallow, salt, and water. Michaela Peterson uses it as an elimination diet. Carrie used it as a quick weight loss, and Dante also did that for weight loss, and all of them doing it for health as well. As for me, I'm fasting until lunch each day. I have one meal at lunch, and it's usually a steak or one large item steak or some chicken. I might eat a whole chicken or some buffalo wings. I do eat red hot and Tabasco sauce, and the other spices I use are, would be salt and pepper. I haven't really tried to go off of that. I eat salmon, shrimp, bacon, eggs. I did have some turkey bacon. I thought that was nice, and also added butter to that. I'm learning how to make ghee and beef jerky, and I'm going to be learning how to make pemmican. I also have cheese. Occasionally, if I go out to a party, I might have some cheddar cheese. I do add a little bit of Parmesan cheese onto chicken, and occasionally I've done that with the steak as well. I have eaten sausage and pepperoni, but I believe I have to get rid of that. I don't think that that's the greatest choice for me. So if you got something out of this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Please leave a comment to let me know what you eat and how it might differ or be similar to the other carnivores on my list. Thanks, and happy hiking.